What's going on, guys? I'm Jaye Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Make sure y'all like this particular video because we're going to get into this future situation that was trending on Twitter due to his son's birthday. And he sent out a happy birthday tweet to him, and Russell Wilson did the same thing. And in the situation, to me, just showed you where we are in regards to Russell Wilson. I'm gonna get to that later, but I mainly want to focus on his newest baby's mother, Eliza, because they've had a bit of a back and forth that escalated with him going on social media and tweeting some things that got some people in their feelings, mainly women. You know, the same women that listen to his music, the same women who probably follow him on social media. If he was in front of them, they would let him smash. You know, those women. This is why you don't see a lot of these same female celebrities who always have an opinion about other people. They really don't have any opinion on Future. That's because a lot of these chicks have let Future smash. And he had to check one particular female about commenting in the Shade Room's comment section. He had to check her, and he put her on quiet. And that just shows you that he knows that these females are out here sneak thotting and are getting on social media, and they are trying to be on a high heel, so to speak, even though for the most part they are the same type of women who will get with Future, like Eliza Reign, and have his kid and then get on social media and complain about how, oh, I want a normal life again, and I didn't think this would happen. And come on, man, seriously, you're with a guy who, even before you got with him, you knew what type of guy he was. You knew what type of guy he was. But of course, no accountability is going to be had. No accountability is going to be had because it's never their fault. It's never their fault when their relationships break apart. It's always somebody else's. And that's what you see in this situation. It's somebody else's fault for why Eliza, the IG model, decided to have unprotected relations with Future, who has a reputation for getting chicks pregnant. Now, these are some of the tweets that got people upset. They got her upset. He said, he tweets a lot about his feelings. He says, leave them ugly girls alone. Don't get high and treat an ugly girl pretty. Huge mistake. Ugly girls be in imaginary relationships. I told my dog, learn from you. You act just like you look. Caught me slipping, okay, so what? And those are some of the things that got these women in the comment section very upset. He also said you was really, really lucky. Relax. You crying over shoe money when you could have just asked for it. Relax. Now, I don't know how Future's situation is with his other baby mothers besides Sierra, but they don't really say anything. I think that he has a good relationship with them. Honestly, maybe Future's alluding to the fact that he may have not been, he may not been in the right state of mind when he got with Eliza. He may have been high on, some type of substance. Maybe that's what he's saying. But at the end of the day, accountability need to be had on both sides. You produced a kid together, so there's no running from that. He's been proven to be the father, so he does have to step up. He may not want to, but bro, you did the deed. You did the deed. You didn't want to wear protection, and that happened. Now with Eliza, I see her playing the victim card. I see her talking about how women need to stick together, how they need to, help each other when they're dealing with, toxic males like Future. It's very interesting because these same women that want sisterhood, these same women that want togetherness, will be the same ones to turn on another woman. They'll be the same ones to try to get with that woman's husband or boyfriend. They only care about a sisterhood when they have a common goal of being protected. You know, a lot of chicks like to hide behind a sisterhood, but they don't even have any female friends. Like, you don't have any female friends around you, but you are talking about a sisterhood. You would do anything in order to get to a certain position in life, even having unprotected relations with a guy who is known to be a baby mama maker. Future is known as a baby mama maker, and you got with him anyway. That's you not being accountable. But in these situations, I noticed that only the men are held accountable for these situations, as if it didn't take two to make the kid. Now, again, I think that if you are proven to be the father of a kid, you have to take care of it. Plain and simple. That don't mean you have to like the baby mother. You have choices. You can pursue custody, you know. You can take care of your kid. You can choose to be a part of their life, or you can just choose to be a check. I think Eliza wanted Future to be a check, but she also wants to be able to be that baby mother who's around the baby father, you know, flying around with him. And Future ain't really, I mean, he's done some things for his other baby's mothers, but for the most part, it really does seem to me to be a situation where Future really did not want to get this girl pregnant. Now, I don't know if she did some things to alter the situation. Y'all know how these chicks would be. You know, he may have wore a rubber, or they may have put a hole in the condom. And, you know, it's just sneaky things. They'll tell you that they're on contraceptives, and they actually weren't on contraceptives. You know, and just totally making sure that they are able to secure the bag. You know, as much as Future is a screw up in regards to the women he deals with, he's his own guy. This is the lifestyle that he chose. He's not considering being in any type of monogamous long-term relationship, even being with Lori Harvey. Future understands that Lori is with him because of who he is and his attitude. There are women who like dudes like Future. They like dudes who will be considered toxic. They like that because they themselves are toxic. So it's like energy matching energy. She gets the publicity from being with him. She gets the rub, and she gets talked about. Meanwhile, he's on social media complaining about a chick that he used to deal with, you know, behind the scenes. Listen, we all make decisions. We all do things, and we have to live with those things. But when you know that Future is the type of guy who is not going to commit, he's not going to be faithful, he's not going to want to put a ring on your finger, but you get with him anyway because you think that you're going to get a baby by him, and he's going to automatically, because that's the thing. I think that she miscalculated. I think she looked at the fact that he financially supports his other baby's mothers. He takes care of them. I think she misread the situation and thought that, you know, the same thing would be for her. She thought that if she privately dealt with the matter and that he accepted the situation and took care of her, that she would be able to have a lifestyle upgrade. And that hasn't happened yet. Okay? And I think that's why she's getting on social media playing the victim. Woe is me. Future is just such a bad guy. Why would he say this about me? And it's like, you knew he was that way before you got with him. That's why you were attracted to him. There are women that are attracted to, like, you have women, right? Publicly, they'll say, I don't like this type of person. They're this and that. But then they will go and date guys like that. Like, you got women that will tell other women to get out of certain relationships with certain type of guys, but they in a relationship with that same type of guy, you know? Because subconsciously, they don't want her to be happier than she is in her relationship, you know, sabotaging that particular female's relationship. Women do it all the time. That's why a lot of women don't have female friends. I think this whole sisterhood ploy is just a way to, you know, throw the victim card out here. And I can say that there are women that are calling her out. There are women who think that she is full of it, that she should have known better. She knew his track record. You know, you listen to his music enough, you know what he's on, and you still get with him anyway. Not only do you get with him, you have unprotected relations with this guy, a guy who does not like to wear protection. And you got with him anyway because you were trying to secure a bag. That's all you cared about. You wanted a baby by him, and you got it. And you thought that he would pay you off. You thought that he would just fund you, and you would never have to say anything publicly. It's like Cam Newton's, I would say now girlfriend. She, was his baby's mother when he was in and out of his relationship with his first baby's mother of his other kids. There was a chick that he got with, and she got pregnant by him, and she had the kid, and you didn't really hear nothing about it. Well, it got out publicly, I think, because, I think people close to, Cam Newton's ex-girlfriend may have leaked some information, but that's just me. But Cam Newton, well, I guess he confirmed now, got this particular woman pregnant. She had his kid, and she ended up staying at a place that he was paying for. She never went public about how he's a deadbeat dad. He's not in the kid's life. He's not paying support, because Cam Newton went ahead and took care of her. As a matter of fact, there's a video on his Instagram where he's with family, and she's right there at the table with him. So he ended up, I guess, leaving a relationship with his ex and ended up in one with her. She played her cards right. Maybe because Cam and Future are probably different philosophies, but in certain situations, you have to read the situation properly. You had one woman that read a situation better than another woman. This particular woman, Eliza, she was looking at his net worth and how much he make, and how he would be able to take care of her and fund her lifestyle. That's all she was thinking about. And I think that's the wrong way of going about things, because you're going to get yourself in a situation where, you're going to be completely running to the ground, trying to run behind a guy who people are calling the toxic king. A guy who does not want to pay you any support, a guy that doesn't respect you, a guy who thinks that you don't deserve anything from him. And that is the type of guy that you chose to get with. That's the type of guy that you chose to have unprotected relations with. And now you're on social media wanting to know where the sisterhood is. The sisterhood that you want now was trying to tell you, but was basically telling the world what type of guy Future was, but you didn't care because all you were looking at is the fact that you can get a bag from him.